Well, hello my darlings, and welcome back to day 9 of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2017. On today's video, I am going to show you how to create this Stoxing, a cross between a box and a stocking, a secure place where you will be able to collect and store all of the financial treats that you are going to collect this Christmas season. Please stay tuned. For this craft, you will need a few spools of decorative Christmas ribbon, a pack of these ornaments or 4 small ornaments. You will need some diamond wrap, and you will need 3 nesting boxes. Of course, we will need our handy dandy tools, and today we'll be working with a razor as well as some cuticle scissors. Let's get crafting. So the first thing we have to do to prepare our boxes is we are going to have to create the slit that is going to be necessary to place our coins, our cash, or our gift cards in our Stoxing. And to do this, what I'm using is my ruler so that I can roughly calculate what the center of this box is going to be and make my slit in this box accordingly. And then I am going to use my straight edged razor or my blade to start my slit. Now I'm not going to use that razor to go all the way across, because as much as possible we want to make sure that our slit is straight. And so to make this possible or more easy to do, I am using one of these small cuticle scissors that you get in a nail kit, and which you can find easily at the Dollar Tree, at Walmart, or any store. And as you can see, I'm cutting across, then I cut down, and now I'm cutting across again, and then I will cut up. And instead of now having a slit where we are in essence going to have a hole, pretty much like what you would find in a piggy bank, that will be able to accommodate our coins. Now I say coins because for me, I'm going to use a smaller box for the coins, the middle box for the gift cards, and then the larger box for the cash. And now what I'm doing here is I just measured how much diamond wrap I'm going to need to place on top of, under, and beside that slit to make it more aesthetically pleasing. And to do this, I'm just using my hot glue, and I am placing the diamond wrap in it. I'm going to do the same thing under the cut that we made, and then on the 2 sides I'm going to place one little gem from that diamond wrap in there, and then I am going to be back to show you what the other boxes look like. So now that we have created our slots for each of our boxes and covered them or surrounded them with our diamond wrap, it is now time for us to make our boxes secure. And to do this, we are just going to place a few pellets of hot glue on the rim of that box. And what this is going to do is going to allow your box to be secured. If anyone comes by and just thinks it's as easy as lifting that cover up, it is not going to be, because once that hot glue dries and they try to lift it, it's going to pull that entire box up. So I'm going to do the same thing for each of the other 2 boxes, and then I'll be back. So now that we have secured all of the tops of our boxes, it is now time to stack them. And again, to do this, we are only going to use our hot glue because you may want to take these down to store them until next year, or you may possibly want to take these boxes down to use them for another craft. And so in as much as we can, nothing on this box is going to be created permanently. And of course, if you'd like to use your E6000 and make it a permanent craft, of course, that is entirely up to you. But just using our hot glue, I'm just making an X and then a diagonal pattern on top of that box, and I am making sure to stack the boxes with the drawn on ribbon that is there. Once I have stacked my boxes, I apply some pressure and then I will set this to dry for a few minutes. So now that our boxes have been all dried together, we are now going to take our ornaments, small ornaments, and we are going to adhere them to our Stoxing to make the legs. And to do this, I am simply placing some hot glue on the top of this ornament, and I am going to place it upside down, of course, on the bottom of my box. Now, if you go to the Dollar Tree and these mirrored ornaments are not there, please feel free to use any other small ornament you can find. And so I'm going to go ahead, place the other three, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. So now that we have created our box, what we are going to do now is going to create the bow that is going to sit atop our box. And to do this, we are going to cut different lengths of different ribbons to create that we want to use to create this bow. And then we're going to loop our ribbons and secure them by using hot glue to hold those two ends in place. And so I am going to do that for each of these ribbons. Here is the second ribbon that is cut shorter than the first. Here is the third ribbon that is cut shorter than the second. And as you can see, each piece of material is, or each piece of ribbon is stacked shorter than the one that is below it. And so now that we have gotten to the last one, and my hot glue seems to want to be out, but that's okay, I got enough. We are now going to place all of our ribbons atop each other, and then we are using a leftover piece of wire. We are going to secure all of these ribbons together. Now, getting them, of course, as tight as you possibly can without injuring yourself. Maybe it will be good to have an extra set of hands to help you here, but all I'm doing is wrapping it around, pulling it as tight as I possibly can using the help of my wire cutters. And once I have gotten it as tight as I need it to be, I am simply going to loop the ends of those wires together. And while I am, or rather I should say, now that I have all of my ribbons in place, I am taking one last length of the last ribbon that we've used, and I'm wrapping it around all four of those ribbons. And to secure this, I am going to use my hot glue, place a stream, and then fold it over, being sure, of course, not to burn your hands. And I'm going to hold it down to make sure that it is secured. Once I have secured that ribbon and I'm quite sure that that piece is now held into place, it is now a matter of fluffing all of my ribbons, which I'm just doing very crudely for you to see. I can fix this off camera. Fluffing all of my ribbons so that you can get the effect of the bow. So now I'm going to continue this off camera, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. So now that we have created our bow, what we're going to do to make our bow look a little bit more realistic is we are going to apply some tails on top of our Stoxing. And to do this, we are simply going to affix these tails to our box using hot glue, placing hot glue on top of the box, putting my first tail on there, placing some more hot glue, and then placing my second tail, and so on and so forth with the third and final tail. And then once we have affixed all of our tails to the top of our box, we are going to place the bow that we created on top of our Stoxing for that holiday, or I should say rather, that complete holiday look. Now, to place that Stoxing on top of the box, we are going to need a good amount of hot glue, and as you can see, I am placing a good bunch up there because we want to make sure that this bow is not going to move. And once I have placed that bow up there, I'm going to apply some pressure, and then I am going to hold onto it for a few seconds to make sure not only did that glue engage, but it has started to dry under our bow. I'm going to clean this up, and then I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, there you have it, my darlings. Our Stoxing that we created using Dollar Tree products. A safe place to store all of our coins, our gift cards, and our cash this holiday season. And this, of course, can be used in place of your stocking for those of us who may not have a mantle upon which to hang our stockings, but this can be another added place amongst your holiday decor where you could just set it up and have people know that they can place your financial goodies there. And so I sure do hope that you have enjoyed our project for today. Please, if you have, be sure to give this project a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. What would you do with your Stoxing, and how would you make this yours? I would love to hear from you, my darlings. Well, I just want to take this time to tell you thank you for tuning in to day 9 of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2017, and I am looking fully forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for day 10. And so until then, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.